Welcome to The Broken Ghost. This will be the full story from start to finish. The duplicitous snake. Loba Andrade has cordially invited some legends to the Paradise Lounge, where Mirage serves pints, the locals serve side-eye, and the peanut shells on the floor are intentional. There's 11 of us meeting in a private room and back. And by private, I mean the men's room, with the urinals removed. Thank you all for coming. You should be honored. I usually work alone. Someone in the back snickers, then pretends to cough. We all know who it is. Bangalore. Need a drink? General? I'll pass. I need to keep my wits about me. This time of night, got some real shady elements in here. And trash doesn't take itself out. Well, at least these two will be entertaining. I won't keep you then. Let's get to it. I'm looking to add a rare and valuable treasure to my collection, and in return, you can make use of my various talents for whatever you desire. Maybe you would like to help your mom get better treatment, Mirage. And Lifeline, maybe your parents can finally pay for their war crimes. I'm sure Caustic would love to address his pesky legal problems back on Gaia. It's okay, Doctor. You're innocent. We know. Excuse me? How did you... It's what I do. And right now, all that matters is what I can do for you. But first, I need your help. Is this chica for real? All the flirting and double entendres and je ne sais quoi? Are they falling for this crap? I expect that from the men, but scanning the room, the women have taken the bait as well. They're all idiots. For obvious reasons, I am not affected. However, there are two issues in terms of retrieving the treasure. One is broken into pieces scattered throughout Kings Canyon. And two, it's not in our Kings Canyon. Apparently there's a different, I don't know, I guess you would call it another dimension. An independent variable. Awesome. Luckily, one of us happens to have spent a short time there and is familiar with its locals. So to speak. Me. It was me. And everyone was a shadow, and the dead walked around moaning all night. All my friends said I made it up. Apparently, you did not, which is why you're our guide, Pathfinder, and Wraith will be our way in. Hold up. I never agreed to... Each of you is important. I ask you to work with me together. We'll go in at night in shifts, find each piece, and bring it back here, where Crypto and Watson can help assemble it. Assemble it? How do you know this treasure isn't some sort of trap? Whatever it is, I'm sure you're prepared enough to protect yourself. That's why we need you. I've learned it's some sort of tech. So, who better than our premier hacker and our most brilliant engineer to take it on? A chance to work together. Usually we're opposed, but now we have the same charge? Get it? And obviously we'd fail miserably without the guidance and leadership of our General Bangalore. Sergeant First Class will be fine, Loba. Not a general yet. Of course you aren't. Ouch. I don't think I like this. Last time I went to that Kings Canyon, Revenant was in charge, and he was scary, even more than he is now. And that's a lot. And that is why we must all make a pact. The Domino can never know what we're doing. 'Cause he'd eat us? Because he'd want that life, that power. Right, exactly. And then he'd eat us. He can't know. Play this close to chest. If he finds out, it's not good for any of us. Mirage cracks a joke about how difficult that will be since Revenant is the guy they all confide in. Everyone laughs. Mirage really is a funny guy. We go around the room. Everyone is in agreement. The hunt begins now. And no matter what, we swear we won't tell Revenant what we're up to. And I've kept my promise. I didn't tell you. I discreetly wrote it to you in this message, Revenant. Who am I? It doesn't matter. What matters is you know the truth. The lie fighter. They're all plotting against you. But you have the upper hand now. High five, brother. Sincerely yours. A Smarty Pants. Chapter 1. The Cranky Clown. So we had this meeting in the the place where you go to the bathroom. That's because at the Paradise Lounge, we don't do private rooms. Here we believe in being social, connecting with people, coming together as humans. Look, the point is, I'm cranky. You're in a bad mood. What? Yeah. No, I'm not. What do you know? More than you might think. Here it comes, 189 reasons why all the different versions of myself are bummed. I say as I hand Wraith her appletini. I know, right? I would totally make fun of her too. But I saw what happened to the last guy, and I like the idea of having kids one day, so I'll stick with my poker face then. Thanks. I only need one reason. It bothers you that Loba knows your mom's secret. And that's when it hits me. It bothers me that Loba knows about my mom's secret. She knew about my parents, too. More than that, she knows how I feel about them, and I don't go spreading that. I think she got dirt on all of us. She is similarly aware of the allegations against me. All patently false and absurd, of course. That these cretins continue to mistake me for a corpse is preposterous. And what's she gonna do for me, huh? Make me run faster? Hey, can she do that? Bunch of marks. All of you. Bangalore says as she spits onto the floor that someone will have to clean later. She bats her eyelashes. You all fall in line, advancing into unknown territories to obtain some trinket. We don't know what this hunk of junk is. I've been studying it, and it looks like it's encasing a matrix, but it needs its other half to fully... That wasn't a question. Only reason I went to this awful place was to make sure none of you ended up in a body bag, or as Caustic's latest experiment. No, instead we get to be Loba's little errand boys. I don't know about all of you, but I didn't sign up to take orders from some two-bit thief when I signed my Legends contract. If the IMC was running the show still, we'd be halfway to the brig by 0500. So what's the plan? We walk away? Then we're more in the dark than before. For now, follow her lead. But we do our own private reconnaissance. She's not telling us everything. I overheard her talking to someone named Yoko and Hammond Robotics about a meeting Loba had with the higher-ups there. So, I've got a date with a girl named Yoko from Hammond. Think they know each other? Wow. The room got real quiet after that one. Lifeline's about 2 decibels too high when she says, a date? Ooh, go on with ya. Does this girl know what she's getting herself into? Bangalore cuts in, which is annoying, because, hi, you had your turn, but you want to see Lifeline kick Octane's butt now. But sure, Bangalore, your thing is important too, I guess. Octane, you know this girl? She asked me if I wanted to get a drink. I was thirsty and said sure, but she meant yet tomorrow. I mean, I'll be thirsty tomorrow too. But I don't know, man. She wants me to wait for things. Like, wait? Just around? Yeah, you're not going on this date. Go doesn't deserve attitude like that. Yes, he is going. Never turn down good intel. And right now, your boys are our only way to get our hands on something. Octane, we need you to find out what this meeting between Loba and Hammond was all about. And I need proof, so she can't deny the whole thing. Anything they've gotten. You're gonna let this poor girl sit through the torture of this date for intel? She's tortured? I have to wear pants. I look to Wraith, who's watching Octane get bounced back and forth between Bangalore and Lifeline like a ping pong ball. She turns to me, shaking her head. And you think I'm intense? I know better than to answer that question. So I say, I know better than to answer that question. But Wraith has a point. I've never seen bangs this worked up. If I were Loba Andrade, I'd be shaking in my thigh highs. Because right now, I know two things. Bangalore won't stop until she's sent Loba Andrade packing. And nights like this are totally why I bought a bar. Chapter 2. The Detached Chaperone. Mirage for Wraith? I repeat, this is Mirage for Wraith. Do you copy, Wraith? Today's the day I think to myself, today's the day I finally snap and kill him. Go for Wraith. What you doing? Yep, definitely the day I kill him. Same thing I was doing 5 minutes ago when you asked, running surveillance on Octane's date. Yeah, we're fighting prowlers. Scary, nasty, rabid prowlers. It's really exciting. Not as exciting as chaperoning a date, but exciting. I'm turning on the recording device. Don't radio in again. Is your heart racing? Is your adrenaline pumping? I need updates every 60 seconds. Here's an update. It's not going so well, and you're not helping. Oh no. Is it an appetizer crisis? Goodbye, Mirage. Did he eat a salad with the wrong fork? I disconnect the comm. Turn my focus back to Octane's date with Yoko. She's the chief of staff for Cheryl Amasi, who heads up Hammond's legal department. Basically, she's the woman who makes it easy for Hammond to get away with everything. And we sent in a guy with all the subtlety of a jackhammer. So, you said you had a question about one of Cheryl's meetings last week? Cheryl Amasi, right? Yeah, she had some secret meeting with the new chick Loba. I'm supposed to ask you what that was all about. Note to self. Never send Octane undercover again. Oh, I see. So the only reason you're out right now is so you can find out details about my boss's meetings behind closed doors and totally put my job at risk. Why am I doing this again? 'Cause I can get Lifeline's autograph for you. Why would I care about Lifeline's autograph? 'Cause I can get Bangalore's autograph for you. For real? Bangalore never hangs around for signings after a match. That would be a collector's item for sure. Are the two of you friends or something? Sure, 2 peas in a pod. We're like twins. Damn, Octane, you make a terrible spy, but you stumble into wins more than anybody else I know. Well, you didn't hear this from me, but my boss wanted to talk to Loba about what she was after in the warehouse under Skulltown. Something called a source code? Uh-huh. Cool. Apparently this code was teleported out of the bunker by some kind of security system before Loba could grab it. Awesome. Nodding head. My boss can get Loba the coordinates where the source code went, but she wants something in return. She wants... Wait, did you just say nodding head? What the hell is that noise? I ripped the headphones off. Are my ears bleeding? Damn it, where'd the feedback come from? Mirage for Wraith, do you copy? Damn it, Mirage, I said not to radio while I was working with the... What he tells me next stops me dead in my tracks. I wasted no time. Open a portal and appear behind Octane, startling Yoko. Change of plans. We gotta go. Oh, good. I was dying of boredom, but we're already moving through the void. I relay Mirage's message to him. 2 words that send a chill down our spines. Watson's down. We get to Mirage's bar. It's chaos. What happened? We were stationed inside the not you path. What happened? We're scoping out the nest. Watson told us she was going to plant fences. We didn't realize she went into the building. By the time we got inside, there was nothing to do but be sad. I'm still sad, friend. I see Caustic standing over Watson's bed. I look to Pathfinder, confused. Not the guy I expected to hold vigil. He hasn't left her side since we got back. I don't keep many friends. The girl in the bed is in my top 3. Caustic acknowledges me with a sad nod of understanding. It's a look I've never seen on his face before. It's almost sympathetic. To everyone else, he and I are outsiders. To Natalie, we are family. Somehow we got on a bad path. Now how do we get off of it? She'll make a full recovery. What matters now is finding the other half of the Gemini Caustic has her pinned against the wall by the throat before I even realize how fast he can move. Should Miss Paquette's condition worsen, you will live out your days so unrecognizable you'll beg me for death. She gasps when he drops her, her hands pressed to her throat as she storms out of the room. Is this all worth it, Loba? All these pieces, this artifact? Is it worth all this suffering? It's everything. Why? What is it? I already told you. All I know is that it's a piece of tech. I'm not talking about the artifact. I'm talking about the source code. What is it? Her eyes go wide when I mention it. I struck a nerve. She opens her mouth, starts to say something, but a different voice answers. My voice. 3 words. He's above you. And I know who it is before I even get a chance to look up. I have a better question, girlies. When were you going to tell me there's a whole world out there where I'm worshipped like a god? As I reach for my kunai and try to piece together how long he's been up there, I realize I was wrong earlier. This isn't the bad path we're on. We chose the worst path. Chapter 3. The Liberated Narc. If you tell anybody I said this, compadre, I'll deny it. But right about now, I wish everything would just slow down. 1 minute, I'm on a date. Then I'm in the void. Now I'm in a bathroom in Miraj's bar. Watson's unconscious, everyone's losing their minds, and Revenant's on the ceiling doing his creepy spider thing. And all I know is, I gotta get in on this action, amigos. How the hell did you get in here? It's a mystery. Maybe magic. Or maybe the front door. But how did you know we were here? A little birdie told me. Wraith here knows all about little birdies, don't you? You told him? No, why would I? He drops to the ground, and I don't know how he keeps his gears from grinding, but he doesn't make a sound. It's creepy. Way creepier how he's leaning over Watson. Looks like there's a mole in your clubhouse, Loba. Skin bags. You just can't trust them. You've been spying on me? The information came to me. I never asked for it. It's only been a few weeks, and we're already rubbing people the wrong way. If you want some pointers about winning the gang over, I could have helped. All you had to do was ask. Just remember to say, please, first. Cut to the chase. What do you want? That's obvious. Declare war on the Syndicate and stage a coup, just like his shadow self did. Or maybe he thought he would kill me first. I'm very busy these days, aren't I? So many choices. This punk slides one of his fingers across Watson's bedsheet. He's messing with us, so why aren't we messing with him? A month ago, I didn't even know I had a stalker. And now, look at us, Loba, like an old married couple. I don't remember you being this talkative when you murdered my parents. A lot's changed since that night. You don't say. Look, if you're gonna kill me, just... Oh, if I wanted you dead, you'd already be dead. And they'd be all fighting over your corpse. Rev jumps onto the bed by Watson's feet. Oh, hell no. Che gasps next to me. Other than Race Kunai and Loba's P2020, none of our firepower is in with reach. The only reason you're still alive is because I find this vendetta of yours adorable. Except now you care about spare parts more than me. And that's got me curious. Why did you change your gears so fast? Are you already bored with me? Maybe if that's the case, I'll just tear you apart right now. He jumps off the bed with a snarl, landing directly in front of Loba. As for staging a coup, the other me can have his world. I don't think of anything more pathetic than being the king of the skin bags. Besides, you're far more interesting. Look at that. Something we agree upon. Gets right up in Loba's face, but she's not backing down. This chica's toast. Rev's got his back to me, and I'm tired of standing still. There's an RE-45 across the room. I move to grab it, and... Your mama never told you no jumping on the bed, jackass? What the... Bangs, Gibbs, and Bloodhound step out of Race portal, guns drawn. Looks like our timing's on point. Let's show this FNG what happens if you don't fall in line, ladies. You skin suits ruin everything. With one hand wave, he pulls his totem up from who knows where. Sucker. I can use that too. I lunge for it, but Bangs pulls me back. Live totem. Nobody touch it. Come on. When the smoke clears, Revenant is gone. And so is my shot at some action. Damn it. Someone is feeding him information. Don't be so dramatic. This isn't some telenova. The sim likes to lurk. He could have overheard any of us talking about the missions. Doesn't mean anyone's a spy. Sounds like something the spy would say to throw us off track. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Sim's messing with our heads. That's what he does. End of story. Report back here at 0600 and be on your toes, ladies. If that last mission was any indication, this is going to get a lot messier. Loba marches out, all kinds of mad, and everybody else shuffles out after. Well, almost everybody. I'm loading up my stim when Bangalore taps on my shoulder. That showdown with Senior Loincloth got me all charged up, and I have to wait a whole night? This blows. Did you get your proof we needed to expose Loba? Yep, I got the whole story. I need more than a story, I need proof. Yeah, but that Yoko girl was dragging the whole thing out. And then Wraith heard about Watson, and I need evidence, not excuses. Go back to the girl, get what I asked for. I was thinking Raj could do that, and I could go through the portal instead. You're not stepping foot through that portal until I've got the evidence. That's an order. She leaves. As I try to think of something badass to say back to her, that's when Ajay slaps me on the back on our way out. Quit your whinging. Oh, so you don't get to play hero. You still have an important job. So what if you gotta look like an accountant to do it, huh? And she leaves me alone, with no one else in the room but an unconscious Watson. Do you believe this, Watson? Che is the closest thing to a sister I have. And right now, kinda hate her. I didn't sign up to be a narc. And I didn't lie to my best friend and sneak ahead of 24 people on a transplant list for these legs, just to end up in pants and long-sleeve shirts. Say what you want about Revenant, but he does what he wants, when he wants. Why can't I? All I wanted to do is grab some weapons, charge in there, and kick some ass. It's time to get back to basics. Solamente Octavia. Jump first, think later. Don't you know I'm loco? Last chance to stop me, Watson. Knew you were on my side. I'm going in, and not coming out until I have every last piece of Loba's artifact. What could possibly go wrong? The impromptu kidnapper. Get your sorry bum out here, Sergeant. We gonna have a chat. I'm banging on Bangalore's front door for a solid 3 minutes before she answers. What is it, Ajay? How'd that mission of yours go this morning, See any jumping pads lying around? I take the photolog letter that was taped to Watson's forehead and shove it into her hand. It's from Sylvia. Octane. Since I know you never bothered to learn his proper name, read it. She does, and I know every word she's peeping. I read it a dozen times on my way here. Hey, Shay, I've finally figured it out. Why all of you made me go on that date with Yoko. Sure, you said it was because I already had the date with Yoko. But then I realized it's because you were keeping me from my destiny. My destiny to defy death. My triple Ds. I don't sit on the sidelines well, so I'm going in anyways. Because I'm Octavia Silva, and if I die today, at least I went out doing what I do best. So if it's curtains for me today, Shay, I need you to know something. I snatched the letter back before she can turn it over. That part's private. He went into that mess and faced all those prowlers by himself because of what you did. And now he's missing. He's Octane. He's probably sitting in a tree drinking a cold one, and tonight when he gets back, he'll have a nice tan. If not, I'll send in an extraction team. You gonna send one now, is what you gonna do. They need recovery time. You of all people should know that. I send them back in exhausted, more get injured. You want that blood on your hands? You want Silva's blood on yours? You owe me one. I don't owe you squat. She pushes me back and slams the door in my face. Hey, I'm not leaving. Get back out here. But she's not coming back. Okay, Shay. Ain't got a lot of choices now. Time to do what needs doing. And I patch it to the bar. Wraith, Shay, I need a thing or two from you. Wraith gives me everything I need on my way on where to find Yoko, figuring the girl knows who I am. But the face she's got when she opens the door don't look like she's happy to see me. Another one? Don't you legends have lives? Hey, you probably ain't up for listening, but I need your help. She tries to slam the door, but I'm done with doors slamming in my face today. In a panic, I grab her by the wrist and yank her into the hallway. The door shuts and locks. You psycho, let go of me. Nah, you're coming with me. You're not. Are you? Is this a kidnapping? Well, you took it this far, Shay. In for an inch. You seen me on TV. You seen what I can do. Maybe I do worse right now. She looks terrified. Not my proudest moment, but Silva's life is on the line. When we get back to Bangalore's, I bang on the door for a third time today. Now what? Chill out, why don't ya? Yoko, meet Anita Williams. You probably know her as a Bangalore. Wraith filled me in on how you told O that you wanted a rare Bangalore autograph. I don't do autographs. What in the hell, Lifeline? This is my home. Pay attention. You give her your autograph, and she gives you dirt on Loba, so I can go save O. Everybody gets what they want, and I don't want to hear no backchat. Maybe you don't give a damn about him, but let me tell you something. He puts on his pants for you, Bangalore. Sounds damn foolish, but for him that's not a small thing. He took you seriously. Yeah, and I forced him to go into the portal alone. No, you didn't. I did. And so I show her the back of Silva's note. So if it's current for me today, Shay, I need you to know something. Your cracking accountant jokes tonight hurt the most. Guess this means I get to give you the silent treatment for a change, huh? Doesn't make me feel any better, though. Maybe a good run will. Just so it's my fault. All of it. And I'm sorry. But we can get on with it. There's a fool's life on the line. I look down at the ground. Doc whirls next to my leg. Ain't a word said for a good long time. Then, got something I can sign with? And I'll tell you what I told Octane about Loba. And she does. She also uploads the transcripts of the meeting. It's everything Bangalore wanted and more. Yoko gets her autograph, and I throw in an extra for her troubles. When we get back to Mirage's bar, the gang's all there. Crypto, Watson are attached in the retinal array, and wait, retinal? Like eyes? This thing has eyes? Ha! I said the same thing. Well, no time to twitch about it, Gibby. I need backup. We're going after Silva. Gibraltar's always got your back, sister. As I head over to Wraith's portal, I hear Bangalore's making her move. Hey, Loba, we got business. Do we? Fine. We can go somewhere private. Nope, no need. Gather round, legends. I have a little something to share. The real reason we're risking our lives out there, and it's got nothing to do with this treasure. Shay 1. Give her hell, Bangalore. For Watson. For Silva. I'm coming to get you, O. And you better be in one piece when I get there. Or I'll break you myself. Chapter 5. The Lying Liar. I'm so close. Watson has regained consciousness, and she and Crypto have nearly finished assembling the artifact. Everything is going according to plan. In a day or two, I can wave goodbye to the Apex games and get back to my life in the penthouse. This is truly my favorite place to be. On top. Hey Loba, we got business. This one again. Lovely. One of the people I'm most excited to leave behind. Do we? Fine. We can go somewhere private if no need. Gather round, legends. I have a little something to share. What? The real reason we're risking our lives out there has got nothing to do with treasure. Turns out Loba here is working on Hammond's dime. No, I need to stop this. Now. Bangalore, whatever you think you know, this is hardly... What? Don't want everyone to know your deal with the devil? What's she talking about? Nothing. She's talking about nothing. Gossip and rumors. I have transcripts, princess. When you leveled Skulltown, you said you were taking down a warehouse full of revenant shells. Because that's what happened. You all saw it. That's not all of it. You were looking for something else. Something called a source code. I have no idea what you're talking about. The girl from Hammond, Octane's date, she mentioned a source code too. Let's look at the transcript. Right here, our Hammond rep says, "We know what you want, Miss Andrade, and that's the source code. Fortunately, we know its location. We'll give you the coordinates, but you have to do something for us." Wait, all this? It's for Hammond? We've been doing their dirty work for them. Loba just made up the treasure story. Okay, I'm confused. I know that never happens. But what's the big deal, Bangs? We were IMC. Hammond's IMC. So what if it's for them? Not this Hammond. I don't know what they are, but they ain't IMC. And that scares me. It should scare all of you. They're about to get their hands on something that potentially threatens all of the Outlands. That could sit with the rest of you. That sit right with the rest of you? They could be conducting an experiment, and we're the guinea pigs. Or a weapon that slaughter all. Why lie to your friends, Loba? Why not tell us the truth? You can never understand. You're an appliance. Hey, leave the appliance alone. At least he's honest. You could have trusted us. Trust you? Trust you? That Dominio has taken hundreds of lives. He took my family from me, and you fight beside him, shoulder to shoulder. One of us was even kind enough to show your true colors. You betrayed me to him. And for what? The coins in his pocket? A premium spot on his hit list? If I was stupid enough to trust any of you, the universe would have destroyed me long ago. Looks like we were stupid to trust you, too. Not anymore. What's the source code to, Loba? I finally have the secret to ending his miserable existence. If I tell you, he finds out. I'll never... It's in his head. No! Damn it, no! I had a short tenure at Vincent Dynamics. I am familiar with the intricacies of simulacrum programming. The source of a unit's internal logic, the emotions, the memories, the personality, is the original human brain tissue built into its cranial frame. But in Revenant, it would appear his original tissue, his source code, is external to the unit. Fascinating. Damn you. You've signed my death warrant. When the Dominio's little rat brings us back to him, he'll kill me in my sleep. I can't fail. Then do not sleep. Let's get out of here. I'm done putting this puzzle together. I wish it was that simple. But we have to complete the artifact. Hold up. You want to repeat that, Headcase? Wraith, maybe try to read the room. Ixnay on the collecting pieces A. Listen, we still don't know what this thing does. If we don't build it, Hammond will find someone who will. And then we will have no way to find out what they're really up to. You want us to keep doing her dirty work? I want us to get to the truth. We build this thing, find out what it is, and we destroy it. Otherwise, everyone in the Outlands could suffer. Just then, Lifeline Gibbies spill out of Wraith's portal. They've recovered another piece, and Octane. Most of him, at least. He's lost a lot of blood. And he has no legs. The others race in action, working as a team to save his life. For a brief moment, I'm forgotten. I turn around and come face to face with Bangalore. I feel my mouth twist, spitting venom. beautifully done. The spy will tell the Dominio everything, and once he knows what I'm after, he'll rip me limb from limb. Guess you should hit the road then. Get a head start. I'm not going anywhere. Not until this thing is dead. Suit yourself. It's your funeral. As Bangalore walks away, I realize my fate is sealed. No allies. No backup. I'm a dead woman. But if I go down, I'm taking that bastard with me. Chapter 6. The Obvious Mole. I am an idiot. I know it's not true. I'm a genius. But the longer Watson and I spend in the back of Mirage's bar working on the artifact, the more I realize I'm not even close to her level. And the Faraday armature does what exactly? It does many things, but it mostly acts as a shield against a wide range of electromagnetic and electrostatic interferences, while also providing an ideal resonance environment for the core. But I don't think it belonged to her. See these pins along the side of the armature? I think it was retrofitted. Her? Boys are loud and obvious. This artifact? It's very coy. Mysterious. Definitely a girl. Aren't you a smarty pants? A what? You've never heard that before? My mom used to say it to me all the time. Aren't you a little smarty pants? I never knew my mom. She died before my first birthday. I'm sorry. Thank you, but I'm not sad. I never knew what I was missing. You were very direct. Smarty pants usually are. You know, I'm glad Wraith convinced us to see this thing through. I like working with you. I like working with you too. It's fun to boss you around while I'm recovering. Can you get me the Scomp housing lifeline and Gibraltar brought back? Sure. Hack, watch her for me. I get up as Watson looks over at my drone, hovering perfectly still near my chair. Why didn't you program Hack with a personality? It's just a drone. A drone can still have a little fun. You should program it with some jokes. I could help you. I'm very funny. Jonwa, I'll think about it. Where did Gibraltar put the housing anyway? That away. She giggles, and I can't help it. I smile. Can't remember the last time I did that. Data away. I pass through the bar. Caustic is discussing the artifact with Bloodhound. Loba sits at the bar, her gun on the counter in front of her. She's been all alone since she got here this morning. No one has said a word to her. She's trying to look calm, put together, but I can see the way she flinches at every sound. I see Gibraltar and Lifeline finishing up the repairs on Octane's legs as the patient lies on the bar. Unlike Loba, they're not even trying to look calm. Gibby, dude, don't you pick up busted people for a living? That's my ankle, not my thigh. Who else is put together all wrong because of you? Haha. Like no ankle I've ever seen. Idiots. But at least they're entertaining. Shonge, where's the part you brought back from the void last night? Lifeline's got you, brother. Working like a well-oiled machine. Ungrateful thing, ain't you, Silva? Don't go hassling the folks who are willing to fix you when you bust yourself up. Huh. Did somebody leave a window open? I feel like there's a bee buzzing around in here. I said I was sorry, you sprat. More than you ever did when you were in the wrong. Wow, that bee is really loud. How about Gibby leaves you to walk around on your stumps, Ha, then I'll just ride Doc around. You can't hit the brakes on the Ock train. So your ears do work. I swear you're a menace when needs to be locked up. You're a menace. What? Needs to be locked up? I share a look with Gibraltar. He smiles at me. He has a lot more patience than I do. That's when I hear it. Ah! I see you're doing well. Shame. We all spin around towards Watson and my workstation, and are greeted by something confusing. My drone has Watson backed up against the wall. Revenant's voice is coming through a speaker. This thing doesn't have sharp edges. What's the point? Hack! Yummy! Crypto, what's going on? How did he hack into the drone? I don't know, hack isn't hackable. Got a new message from my little friend and thought I'd check in with my favorite pack of skin bags. I hear you found something that belongs to me, and I'd like to give you a piece of my mind. Get it, Watson? Huh? Get it? Watson whimpers as the drone suddenly flies over to Loba. You thought you were so clever. Get out of my face, Domino. She turns away. Hack darts around and hovers an inch from her nose. You had me tagging along, hoping you find the one thing that can destroy me. And just as you're about to get your hands on it, your new friends betray you. Bastard. Hold on. Hold that thought, girlie. I want to do this face to face. I'll see you soon. Very soon. Hack drops to the ground. Nobody move. Crypto, how many people have been near the drone in the last 48 hours? No one. Just me and Watson. You're sure? Of course I'm sure. That is not the kind of personality I was talking about, Crypto. I look at Watson. She's shaking. I reach out to console her, but she recoils. When she finally looks at me, there's something in her eyes I don't like. It's in everyone's eyes when I lift my head. I know that look. Wait, you think I did this? Why would I let Revenant have access to my drone? You wouldn't, unless you're already working together. Unless you are the mole. Yeah, I know that look too. I was not prepared for this. Chapter 7. The Shattered Spirit. When it was just me and Papa, he taught me about everything from currents and conductors to protons and electrons. But he never taught me about betrayal. He once said the world could be cold and harsh. I thought I understood what he meant by that. I realize now there's a lot more to learn about the world. You think I'm spying for Revenant? You're telling me there's someone else out there who can hack your drone? I don't know. There might be a way to hack into... Hack? You named your unhackable drone Hack? Come on, amigo, you were asking for it. We can discuss how bad I am at naming things later. Watson, I'm not an idiot. If I were the mole, why would I make it so obvious? He does have a point. Using his own drone would be foolish if he was the mole. A convenient argument. Brilliant. In fact, make it so obvious you're not being framed that your name is immediately removed from the equation. It's marvelous. As fingers continue to point, Wraith's portal opens. Mirage, Wraith, and Pathfinder return from their mission. Who wants a Lacum Idiocom... Pathfinder, what's this thing again? An ID comms frame. I have one. It helps me talk to you. Who wants a big mouth? Hey, you guys look super serious. What's going on? Crypto here was just about to explain why he's been spying on us for Revenant. Mirage looks from Bangalore to Crypto and bursts into hysterical laughter. This guy? He's a lot of things, but a spy for the murder bot? Give me a break. You're defending him? I thought you hated him. Hated who? The kid or the robot? Fine, if I have to choose, the robot has the lead, but only by a hair. Yay, me. Not you, Tin Can, the other robot I hate. Crypto's not the supervillain. He's just a 20-something pain in my butt. 31. A 30-something pain in my... Hold on a second! You're a year older than me and you call me old man? I don't really think that's important now. Yeah, scratch that. He's totally a spy. This is crazy. Why would I help him? What could I possibly gain? The Syndicate? Crypto's face goes white as a sheet. Dr. Caustic is onto something. You want to destroy them for reasons that are your own. Revenant wants revenge on his former employers. It makes perfect sense for the two of you to pool your resources. You're the brains, he's the brawn. Together, you'll bring this mercenary syndicate to its knees. You just need the artifact to do it. You have no intention of giving it to Hammond. You're keeping its power for yourself. It all makes perfect sense. You can hear a pin drop, and then Crypto says in a low whisper, Annie, it's you. Pardon me? You've been preparing that speech. It's you who is the spy. I look to Dr. Caustic. I know he has issues with other human beings. But this seems like too far a complex web to spin. And for what purpose? Caustic sighs. I don't need preparation to verbally spar with you. I admire your attempt at circumvention. But it's too late for a bid so desperate. I have no motive and no reason to frame you. So what do we do to spies, huh? I've got some ideas. But first, we're going to need a pumpkin. There's nothing to do. Revenant knows everything, and he's coming for me. Nothing changes that. If you leave now, you can get off planet before nightfall. You actually think I'll get that far? He's probably already at my ship, waiting for me in the shadows. Time to see if my training is worth a damn. Loba starts to leave, but Bangalore stops her. Hold up. You're not seriously gonna act as if this wasn't what you all wanted. I didn't want you dead. This whole plan went sideways. Well, we don't always get what we want, what we plan for, do we? Don't worry too much. I'd hate to see you lose sleep over sacrificing one of your own for the greater good, Sergeant. She tosses her bracelet out the window, and with a literal flash, she's gone. Okay, so should I just go get the pumpkin? No? Yes? Watson. Natalie. Please. I would never. You have overestimated your own intelligence. She is not falling for your tricks. My tricks? Ruddus, I think we can talk this out. No more fighting. I don't care who did it. I just want to go somewhere quiet. I'll take you, Nat. Thank you, Wraith. Wraith, please. We'll sort this out. You have my word. But for now, she's asked for her space. Crypto nods and then steps back to let us pass. He looks at me with pleading eyes. I don't make eye contact, but I can still feel him looking at me. Wraith leads me out, and I think how lucky I am to have a friend like her. Not everybody is who they seem. I trusted somebody I shouldn't have, but I don't know who. The world is cold and harsh indeed. Papa, I should have listened, but now I know why. It's a lesson I'll never forget. The Unwavering Protector, Chapter 8. Long as I can remember, I called everybody who crossed my path Rudda. To me, we're all a part of the brotherhood of mankind, of humankind. Rudda is family. And if there's one thing you always do for your family, it's protect them. Gibraltar will put his family back together. But first... Hey, brother, why don't you come back inside for a drink? I don't think so. The balance has been restored, and its variables revealed. She is protected now from the hacker's distraction. That's what matters. I feel bad, you know. I remember being their age, 21, 22, not a care in the world, doing whatever I want. You remember those days, Doc? I assure you we had very different life experiences. I'm just saying, these kids, the legends, they face death all the time. They got more on their plate than we did at their age. I hate seeing them have to deal with even more piled on, you know? You know what I mean, Doc? I don't concern myself with the childish affairs of adolescence. And you might want to concern yourself with this. I look out for the little guy. Always have, always will. You might think I'm just carefree, jolly old Gibraltar, huh? But when it comes to bullies, I stand up. Ain't nothing gonna move me. You hear me, brother? I stare him down. Don't even blink. Don't have to. He holds the stare. What an insipid display of machismo. Perhaps you should consider if what you protect is worth the energy. Can't say I take your meaning, brother. Consider Miss Paquette. She has a mind of pure natural genius. Anything that distracts her from her work does a disservice to us all. It is within my power to protect her and energy for the greater good, so I take the necessary steps. She didn't ask for your help, but she asked for yours. Protection is one thing, manipulation is another. What you're offering is the last thing she needs. Interesting, coming from you, a sworn protector of the innocent, competing in a blood sport. This isn't about me. It's about you pulling strings that don't need pulling. I am nothing more than an observer, a man of science, and that is what I wish to preserve. Crypto's influence on her had to be stopped, so that she may continue on her path to greatness. A loss of her life would be a loss of science for itself. You told Revenant what we were doing, just to keep Crypto away from Watson? I told Revenant everything, because Loba Andrade was digging into our past and unearthing skeletons best kept buried. When I saw the bond forming between Crypto and Miss Paquette, I took action to cement my innocence and ensure she stays the course. Multiple birds on one stone. You require confession. Here it is. I did it. I'm the mole. Are you satisfied now? How do you sleep at night? Soundly, I assure you. She stays focused on her work and technology continues to progress. I'm sure you can appreciate that. A temporarily broken heart is a small price to pay. You're hurting innocent folks. Those who contribute less, who are less, you can try to protect them. But in the end, they will fail, and you will be left with nothing. We're all worth something, even you, brother. I know we're stronger together. Do you? Perhaps you should look at the evidence laid before you, rather than ascribe blindly to your own banal fantasies. The doc gets himself a bit too close for even my comfort. They're all gone, Gibraltar. Off on their own separate ways, alone with no one to protect them. And I hate being the bearer of tragedy. They don't give a damn about each other. They never will. I won't step back. I won't back down. He doesn't win this. I ain't gonna stop looking for the sunshine, no matter what cloud gets in the way. Gibraltar will bring them back. They'll come. Faith? Fascinating. He chuckles as he leaves. The doc's got away with getting in your head. I'll give him that much. But he's wrong. He has to be wrong. And I have to prove it. So I put the call out. Every member of the team meet back at the bar. I know they'll come. We're better together. They know that. I hope. The bar is pretty empty. Quiet. Hard to ignore the minutes ticking by. I'm no stranger to dark times. But I know there's always some crack of light that makes its way through. All you gotta do is find it. And that's when the door opens. Good. Someone with a brain. I need you to look at this, Bloodhound. Came back with another piece. The paratial shelf. Is it me, or are we building one of Revenant's heads? Maybe it belongs to that Shadow Revenant that rules the other canyon. Sounded like he was losing his head. All this for a damn duplicate? What a joke. I don't know. I think that head's got one more surprise up its sleeve. We'll figure it out after the others get here. Don't expect that. They're all scattered off to get the last piece on their own. Finish this nightmare for good. They're not coming? Well, and what about you? No one's coming, G. And I got somewhere else to be. You got this? Yeah, I guess. Where else could she be going, armed like that? Unless... You're going to her, aren't you? I don't speak in riddles, G. You're going to help Loba. Look, she's still in trouble, and I want her gone. But no one goes down on my watch. It's my fault she's in this mess. Either I bring Loba back alive, or the Sim back dead. Either way, this ends tonight. And there it is, ever so small, the crack of light, better together. It'll shine bright another day. Chapter 9, The Broken Ghost. Truth is, this time, I was the FMG. I prioritized myself over the mission. I let my emotions get in the way. I put a target on Loba's back, and this is my way of making it right. I position myself from a high vantage above her ship. Auxiliary power is on, and I know she's inside. After a few moments, the hatch opens, and she steps out into the night air. She takes a deep breath. Could be her last. I know you're there. I can feel you. For a second, I think she's referring to me, until I see a shape unfurl itself within the branches of a nearby tree, about 200 meters away from me. Nearly 7 feet of bone-thin simulacrum lands in front of Loba, towering over her. She draws her gun. What? No backup? How disappointing. He doesn't know I'm here, or if he does, he's pretending he doesn't. I don't trust a word that slithers out of his vocal processor. Let's get this over with, Domino. I prefer to take my time. I've been looking forward to this for so long. Loba's slick. I don't even notice the button she presses with her free hand on the side panel of the landing gear. Auto turrets appear from the side of the ship, aiming directly at him. Oh yeah, I misjudged her. You'll come back. You'll always come back. But at least I'll have a head start out here. Loba, Loba, Loba. You're so dramatic. I didn't come here to kill you. I find that hard to believe. What else are you good for? She clicks the safety off as he steps towards her. I have him dead in my sights. Between the two of us, there's nothing that can stop a bullet from taking him down. I came here to help you. Nothing except that. How stupid do you think I am? Oh, it's just the opposite. Do you think you're the first person to come looking for revenge? I've been around for over 300 years. You're not that original. You're not even the first to use of snipers as Overwatch. Damn it. But you're the first to actually get a lead on my source code. You're the only one who can end all of this. What the hell are you talking about? Do you know what it's like to take your last breath? Of course you don't. You struggle, make bargains with invisible gods, but ultimately, you lose. And there's nothing that can stop you from disappearing into the abyss. And if you're me, you get to experience that over and over again. You're afraid. You're not listening. They wiped my memory clean, so every time I experienced it, I thought it was my first and only time. Except the program glitched. 300 years of death, of fear, of terror all rushed back in a single solitary second. It's hell. Every second of my existence is hell. But the one piece of programming that didn't fail, I can't harm my source code. Physically incapable. Hilarious. So why not just find somebody to do it? Gotta know where it is first. What do you think I was looking for when I broke into all those Hammond facilities? Nobody I interrogated ever knew where it was. Until you. You're the one, Loba. For lack of a better word, you're my savior. This is fate. I'm going with you. Wherever the source code is, I want to be there when you put a bullet in it. You don't want me to kill you. You want me to euthanize you. 3 centuries ago, I was supposed to die. Think of this as fixing a clerical error, putting a ghost to rest. We both get what we want. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Just saying, The words out loud makes me feel almost happy. Loba doesn't say anything. She stands there, stunned. I look forward to hearing from you when Hammond sends those coordinates. As he turns to go, he barely glances upwards in my direction. See you on the field, soldier. Loba doesn't bother looking my way. She watches him disappear into the night. I drop down to the ground. Neither one of us says a word at first. Missed your shot. You could have taken out the bad guy. Yeah, well, get back to me when we know who that is, and I will. Before she can reply, a call is patched through my comm. Talk about bad timing. Can't talk, Gibraltar. Then listen, we got the last piece, the faceplate, and you're not gonna believe what this thing actually is. Get back here. Stat. Copy. And Hammond called. They said deliver the device to the coordinates they sent over, and Loba will have the location of the source code. Solid copy. Over and out. Loba looks like she's just been hit by a freight train. You heard the man. Mission accomplished. Yes, I'm going to have my revenge by being the answer to his prayers. What are you going to do? For the first time in a long time, I don't have a clue. Epilogue. Dust to dust. Psst. I said psst. It's a chat room, Silva. You can just type. And I wanted to type psst. So what? Anything else you want to criticize? What do you want? I'm still mad in case you care to know. A bigger half pipe in my backyard, and a purple bunny named Flippers. Are you joking right now? That head didn't freak you out? Of course it did. Don't matter though. So what are we gonna do about it? Gonna keep our mouths shut is what? We're not going there, are we? We go where the games go. Don't whinge about it. Oh hell no. We can't. You heard what it said, Darian, Daruda. It knows. Stop your yelling. Capital yellers aren't the same as yelling. It knew their names. It also tried to be a wee bit Scottish. It's gibberish dearie. How did it know their names? And you know those numbers. You know what those numbers mean. Don't pretend you don't. You can't be sure. Could be nothing. No way. You want to deal with them? I don't. Just hearing their names makes me want to run. More than I usually want to run. If we go to Olympus, we go to Olympus. Buck up. Now I gotta go. Che, don't sign off. Che. We gotta tell the others. To them, it's just another place in the Outlands, but to us, it's home. Connection closed. The end. Until season 6.